Hello everybody. I see we've got a couple of viewers already. I'm impressed with you guys on a Friday evening. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're going to enjoy it with me. I've done one test flight with this version already, so I've got a pretty good idea that it works. But then Zibo gave me one more task to do, which I'll talk you through as we do it, and then we'll see what happens. Right, let's have a look. This is heavy scenery. Man, this thing is pulling my system down, eh? No, I haven't really looked if there's any way to just tone it down a little bit, but yeah, this is heavy. I'm not even getting 30 frames here. It's just gone up to 30, but it's struggling. Oh, anyway, it's good scenery. It's really good scenery. So, gents, ladies, the big story here, if you recall from the previous test flight, is we had a malfunction on the packs, the pressurization system, and then the issue with the little blue triangles, you know, that needed to turn white, signifying that the auto throttle lock is engaged and that we can't manipulate it with our throttle levers. This has brought about a very interesting situation, because when I did the test flight offline, what I noticed is I don't have control over the reverse thrusters anymore. So I ended up plowing the field on the other side of the airport considerably badly with the Zibo mod. So, you know, it happened. I've made a suggestion to Zibo. He says it's doable, so I presume he'll do it. Basically, when you either press this button over there to disengage your auto throttle, see, that's your disengage auto throttle button. Either you press it there, you switch it off there, you flick your joystick button, you know. It needs to release the throttles so that you can actually manipulate it manually, okay? Because otherwise you're living in fool's paradise. You're coming in on short finals, you're preparing to go down, you know, there's reverse thrust, okay, and then, you know, you're supposed to get your reverse thrust actions, but in the way that it currently is, it's not working. So he suggested the following. This is what I'm going to test now. After, I beg your pardon, on approach, we're obviously going to be at approximately 58 to 60% N1. He said that I must push the throttles a little bit higher, so we're going to go 65 or 70%. Then we're going to disengage auto throttle and see what it does. Okay, so that's the small test we're going to do. And then in the interim, I might as well just show you this thing is working now, this pressurization. So we're going to do a quick hop from San Francisco down to Los Angeles, and hope you guys are going to enjoy it with me. Please feel free to, you know, like, subscribe, share, comments, you know, whatever, you know what to do. I never use these advertising banners. Maybe I must use them. Here we go. There's one for you. I noticed the one is not working, and I don't know why. Ooh, there, it's working now. Previously I couldn't get it to work. So anyway, there you go. Before we continue, I just want to mention one small thing. You might have picked up on it already. I'm not sure, because I don't watch my own streams. YouTube is forcing us now, and we cannot switch it off. We can postpone it, okay, but we can't switch it off. They want to run advertisements during the live streams, okay. So I've set it to the bare minimum. There's like 3 levels, you know. Yes, throw a lot, then no, medium, and then very conservative. So I've chosen the conservative option, because the last time I was streaming, they wanted to run an ad literally when I was on a 2-mile final, which is kind of silly, because everybody wants to see the landing. You know, who wants to watch a blinking advert when you're trying to land? So that's the one thing. So I see they allow me to postpone it, but I can't switch it off. So just be aware, I'm not in control of it. their algorithm, their platform. They decide when they want to run their advertisements, and we can only hope and pray it's not on short finals when we need to do a money shot, you know, or so, while we're busy doing training, and now we've got to, you know, stop everything to run an ad. We'll see how it works, but I mean, they're enforcing it. I can't stop it, just postpone it. Okay. Then the other thing is, even in my player, if I go into my browser and I just want to watch any video, any stream, I'm now being forced to switch off all ad blockers. I'm used to running ad blockers because, you know, I just want to get to the video and watch it. I think most of you guys do the same. But they now stopping it. They're only allowing me to watch 3 videos, and then the video player in the browser stops working. So it's weird, man. They're out making to make more money. So we'll give them that. Nothing we can do about that. I don't mind that because, I mean, it's just how it is. That's part of how we make money. But this thing during the stream, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Hello, Uday. Welcome. Right, so anyway, enough of that. Let's get going. I just want to quickly get my SDKP set up here as well now. Right, so there we go. That's the flight. It's not a very long flight, I don't think so. I'm not sure exactly. It's at less than 300 nautical miles, so it's going to be about an hour, and we'll be there. Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks. I updated Antonio's plugin. I never checked whether it actually worked. Let me just go check that my XML file is here. Yes, it is. Right, execute. We don't know. I don't keep tabs on Laminar. I don't know when the next update is coming. I just know that an update is coming, the 08 update. Somebody just commented here on Discord, you can tell I'm really great with a Hoover. I'm sorry, this aircraft needs to be cleaned sometime. Hello, Thunder. I see you here with me as well. Okay, I've switched it off. We're going to load the packs now. Okay.
Ground flight deck hose disconnected and starting refueling.
Right. Next. Oopsie. fuel there. You might as well just continue. We'll come back, fix it. 5.3. Right, so our reserves will make it 1.9. Cost index 20. Altitude 350. Alright. Next. I'm gonna keep it nice and hot. This is the shorter of the two runways, so I'm gonna do that. Make sure we get off in one piece, no hassle. Okay. Right, that's about right. Why don't we start our APU so long? 1, 2, 3. Right. Start setting up the MCP. Zero.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Thank you so much. 014. Hello, Dave. Hey, Papa Mike. Nice to see you there as well. Welcome. 1. We are armed, so we did our best. We got it. Right. Oh yes, we need to go take out that planned fuel thing. Index references. Delete.
Around the cockpit, the tow's driving up now.
Can go. There we are. Right, so I'm going to push to face west because it just makes more sense if you follow the actual taxiway lines, but the runway is literally there, right behind us. Here's our threshold over there. So just going to push tail that way and then use that somehow. We'll get there.
All doors and hatches are closed. We're connecting now.
Right, okay, so like the previous test flight, I'm going to keep the packs and stuff off. I want to see that we get the altitude horn. We're going to look at our dials, and once we get to the cabin altitude of 10,000, the horn should start sounding, and then once we put everything back in place, we should see the VSI change into the correct direction.
Tow's connected and bypass pins inserted. Release the brakes.
Nature Cyber, good evening, welcome, welcome. It's evening for me, sorry, I don't know where all you guys are from, so for me it is. There we go.
Okay, push is commencing. Go ahead and start the engines.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yes, yeah, we can talk about the throttle settings as we go through, because I need to do that one test for Zibo, so we'll talk about it. You'll see that the blue little triangles now goes white. The moment it goes white, it basically latches on it. It then gives the authority to auto throttle, and you can move your levers any which way you want. It's not going to do anything, and this little white indicator will be there to tell you it's got control. And then I know some of you obviously came in a little bit late, so I'm just going to repeat myself quickly. What I said to Zibo, I asked him to do this for us, is when we actually get to have to use the reverse thrusters, okay, we obviously are going to switch off the auto throttle. All right, and at the time when we switch off the auto throttle, I think it will be a good idea to release the control over the levers, because there's no point in you not being able to use your reverse thrusters, because that's what happened to me in the previous test flight here that I did on my own. I couldn't stop. The throttles got stuck at something like 40 or 50%, and I went and plowed the field on the other side of the runway.
We're disconnecting the tow now.
So what he said, and this is part of what I'm going to try remember to do now in this flight, is when we on basically finals or so, we're going to probably be idling at about 58 to 60% N1 on the kind of weights that I use. And he says I must push my throttles a little bit forward, then disconnect auto throttle and see if it releases. If it does not release, okay, one of the things that we did discover during the previous test flight, and some of the other guys that were helping us test flying this, is just by moving the throttles way forward and then way back, it actually releases. But we don't want to confuse the flight simmers, okay? So the whole idea is, in the real aircraft, this little button over there,
tows disconnected and bypass pin removed.
This little
Signals
button,
on the right.
this is your auto throttle disconnect button. So in the real aircraft, it's right by your thumb. You just press it and it switches off. So for me, it's on my joystick, or for some of you, you have to press there. But once that thing goes off, the control of auto throttle on the actual levers needs to be relinquished. So, you know, that's a whole mouthful, but that's what we want to get to. Ooh, enjoy that one, 35 gust. Yeah, enjoy. But you're flying PMDG or you're flying Zibo? Almost forgot to start this engine. I'm talking way too much. Ah, yeah. I thought so. I thought the last time you were on stream with me, you said that you're flying that more often now. Oh, good luck with that casting. Right, so that is done, and now purposefully I'm leaving the pressurization. Okay, we're going to drop the APU, and if we actually look at the dials, you'll see that our duct pressure has come down quite a bit. If we switch it on, it's much more. So once we switch off everything, it's going to wholly and totally depend on bleed air. Okay, so we're not going to keep the bleed air off, we're going to leave the bleed air on. So what I'm expecting to happen is the little, the dial under the big one, that one is going to creep up. The moment the little one gets to 10,000 foot, it's going to start jet, and then we have to press the button and then start operating, you know, the switches. This one, on the meantime, is going to rise and rise and rise anyway, and then we're going to see the behavior of our VSI over there. Excellent. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Enjoy that build as well. All right, so we want to be at 35,000. Right. Okay, so that's taken care of.
Nico, would it be possible to stream in Discord?
No, you just got to ask. I forget about things like that. Sorry, Thunder.
No trouble.
We check. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, that's us then. Let's get going. Taxi light, parking brake. And here we go.
Approaching 01 left.
As I was taxiing, I realized I never set the landing altitude.
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff, please.
Thank you, Thunder. Right, so we're going to do a left turn out. We're going to go over the bridge, I suppose, the Golden Gate Bridge, or if the clouds will allow us, we'll have a bit of a sightseeing tour getting out of San Fran. So let's have a look, see what happens.
On runway 01 left.
Toga. Looks like we turned in a bit early. Thanks, Dave. By the way, guys, I'm not sure if you read the notes below the video, but I'm using the latest AutoOrtho 0.70. Spoke to another user in the last couple of hours. They were still on version 5.05 something, and it stopped working. And now they updated. It seems to be working now, so might be worthwhile you guys investigating that and getting yours updated as well. The one general complaint is that the scenery files takes a long time to download. So if you delete your scenery files, you're in for a long road, okay? Don't delete your scenery files. All you need to do is just download the new zip file, extract the contents, overwrite the old actual program files, and then you're good to go. This is default clouds, but it is operated by XEnviro. So they obviously manipulate it a little bit, so it doesn't look like, you know, it comes from the default weather engine, because it clearly doesn't, you know, so they just manipulate it a bit. Hello, Tom. This one, if I recall correctly, let's just quickly have visual alerts. As far as I know, it's that one. I'll have to check my notes, but as far as I know, it's this one. Visual alerts. Yeah, this is a beta test version of XEnviro. The guys are working really hard behind the scenes because there's a couple of issues with X-Plane that they need to overcome, and that absolute glaring overexposure from inside the cockpit looking out is you know, one of the things they're busy working on right now. I'm just reading through this here, Tom, quickly. Yeah, I think it's that one. Just to, you know, be clear, I think it's that one. The others is just the monitor settings. So in terms of the global settings, is this visual alerts. You have to have it on. But remember, you need my little text file in that special place, you know, in the plugin as well. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work either. So it's a combination of the two things. No, there's nothing you put in the Zibo folder. The Zibo comes with its own little configuration file, but once you got everything set up the way I, you know, got my tutorial going, then you should be fine. It will overwrite it, and then you'll have the correct bits and pieces in the right place. Okay, good luck, Matt. Enjoy. No, I've got a text file. Let me quickly try find it for you. It's in my private hangar. If you go to the Zibo folder and you look for XRAS or something, let me just try find it. Yeah, XP12 and then XRAS. You'll see there. I've got installation instructions. Then I've got the ND overlay CFG. That's the one. Let me quickly show you guys. Display capture. There. So this little CFG file needs to go into your resources plugins folder, into XRAS, into whatever configuration folder there is. Let me see if I can find that as well quickly. Before we go there, listen. See, altitude horn is going off, so that's test number 1. You can see the little hand is now past 10,000, so now we can silence it and we can actually switch on everything. Okay, that should open. See, the valve is opening now, and you should see the little one is going to go down and the big one is going to go up, and you see the VSI is now telling us that it's busy equalizing.
Zibo is unbelievable. Got that
Yeah.
fixed.
Oh, so quickly. Right, I found it. So in resources plugin XRAS data folder, that's where that ND overlay CFG needs to go, and then you're set, because that will put the ND overlay on the tallest aircraft, on the Zibo, on quite a few different ones. So I even added that on tallest just for fun. Thunder, just to put into perspective, we obviously did the last stream. He was with us and we had the chat with Twixter, and you know, we shared all the information we had and things like that. And I think we went to bed like 10 p.m. You know, that was it. Zibo published this fix 1:28, 1:30 a.m. the next morning. So he literally just went on and on until he fixed it, and then he gave it to us.
Yeah, the guy's unbelievable. I don't know how he can do it.
Yeah, he's special. He's really special. As you can see, it's also, I didn't do anything special to it. It's basically gone through that equalization phase, so all the errors are cleared. We don't have the pressurization errors anymore. Everybody's happy. Your BSI is immediately turned around. Well, there's a quicker way of doing it. We can just stop all the bleed air as well. Watch the tank.
It's going down.
And the cabin is rising again. Look, it's coming to 10,000 again. See?
Yeah. There you go.
And there's the VS turning around immediately. You see? So it's now taking the cabin pressure down below 10,000. I'm not going to kill the horn. I want to see if it kills it itself. There you go. Killed it itself. No, when you're good, eh? Oh, let's talk about this little triangle thingy. Alright, so there you can see it's gone white, you see. So currently we can do whatever we want. Nothing's gonna happen. Also, if we look on the FMA, it tells us N1's active. If that was displaying the word arm or armed, no, what's it called? I think it's arm. Can't remember now. Can you believe it? It will be in white. Once that goes white, we should be able to manipulate this thing. But in the current configuration with the current setting, it will stay white, and it means that we can control the throttle, but there is no reverse thrusters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back to approximately 60%, which is where I'm used to flying with it. Okay, so my hardware throttles will remain there. And then what we're going to do on finals is we're going to move it, those lines is going to come down to below 60. Alright, and I'm going to push a little bit forward and see that they turn blue. If they do not turn blue, we've got a problem. Then we're going to have to press the AT disconnect button. If they still don't turn blue, then Zibo needs to go fix the code again. Okay, so those are kind of the ifs, ands, and the buts. Alright, and that's why I said he must give us the ability, once we click the AT disconnect button, it must release the throttle levers for us. So that's a plan. Okay, 100 nautical miles for top of these, and let's start planning a little bit ahead. We are exceptionally light today. Right. Let's have a look at our descent altitude. We need to go down to 2,200. 1,200. One 1117. Yeah, I got myself the Kodiak for Explain 12 the other day. I've flown it like once or twice and then parked it again. I'm just too busy, you know, between everything that I have to do for all the beta testing. I don't really get enough time for myself to just toss around. 1136. That's LAX VOR. Right. Minimums. What's minimums? Let's have a look. See. 823. That's fast. There we go. So frequencies, minimus, courses. Everybody's happy. And there's DD coming. By the way, I want to mention something to you. I was reading the other day, I think it was Kev Townsend that put it on Facebook. I'm speaking under correction, but I think so. The first time somebody attempted to stream the photos like we have as Ortho for XP or AutoOrtho or like Microsoft is doing on their side was way back in 2002 already. Can you believe it? I was kind of amazed. I remember using maps to BGL, I think in FS9 and FSX and then B3D as well. You know, and that was like 2004, 5, 6. You know, so I remember, but that was like also offline. You had to make the tiles. It wasn't streaming, and I remember there was something about streaming, but honestly, until AutoOrtho 2020, I never tried streaming. It was just a fun fact that I learned. It was interesting. I do apologize for my son in the background. He gets a bit excited. I'll mute the mic as soon as I can when he gets a little bit too excited. But he's obviously playing his shooter games again.
Wee bit bumpy.
Thunder,
Yes, sir.
is it getting colder there on your side of the world already or not yet?
Not really yet. You know, it's cooler now, but it's not cold.
Okay. We had a couple of extremely hot days here, and then all of a sudden, we've got this very cool evening and cool morning again.
Yeah, the evenings are cooling off. Like right today now, the temperature is 17 degrees Celsius, and tonight 14.
And the funny thing is, here by 3 a.m., you know, I kick the blankets off, then I'm so very hot and sweaty already. It's funny how it works. I kind of like it inverts.
Yeah, yeah. And just so you know, your son in the background every now and then is not aggravating at all. It's kind of cool to hear him in there.
Yeah, just he's not known for swearing. He hardly ever uses bad language, but he does get insulting, you know. and he likes to tell the people what he thinks of them, you know, in a very nice, insulting way. And that's the kind of stuff you sometimes don't necessarily want to broadcast, because somebody that's not familiar with the context, you know, might get the, you know, a bit heated as well.
Understood, yeah. I have a question, Nico.
Shoot. Go ahead.
Yeah, are you running Antonio's widget in the background for the NOAA weather, or do you have that shut off because it affects Xenviro?
Yes.
Just a question.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, okay.
I don't use it in this version. I only use that plugin in my other X-Plane.
Okay, but you do run it with Xenviro?
No, not at all. No, I don't need it because Xenviro's got its own little widget.
No, understood. Yeah, I was just checking because I have Xenviro and I'm not getting my clouds, so I was wondering why. But
Well,
no, we discussed it another time.
no, it's fine. Usually if you don't get Xenviro clouds, it means that you need to ask them to re-register you on the server. It means your registration is messed up. So you just send them a ticket and explain yourself, and then they'll fix it on their side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I deleted it and re-downloaded it and went through the install and the serial key and all that, and still nothing.
Yeah, but you see, what could have happened is they give you like 1 or 2 activations, and the third time they block you. So you have to contact them. It's just a copy protection thing. You know, it's just how they safeguard themselves.
Yeah, absolutely no trouble.
There we go, there's the descent. Alright, okay. Switch that back on, let's talk about this. Right, so, right now, we should be on arm. There you go, there's the white arm, not armed. So, I pressed the auto throttle disconnect button, you see it's gone blue. So now I've got control again. See? So the trick for me for now is I just need to move my hardware a little bit beyond the white line to get it to go blue again.
Well, that'll be good.
Yeah.
I know I had the same thing happen yesterday. I did a flight into Midway, and I landed, and it just kept on going, and I couldn't seem to get it slowed down at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think the simple solution is once you disconnect auto throttle, that logic should go away. It must just drop that whole scenario. Psh, get rid of it. Then it won't,
Yeah,
won't ever
and it wasn't.
interfere.
So
Mm. Wrong button. There you go. That's only one guy that does that. Hello, Dimitri.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect.
How are things in the Zibo world?
Getting better every day. The pressurization is fixed. I'm busy. Yeah, there you see, look, the auto throttle has come back on, and look, it's gone white again because I'm matching it, you see. Now I can also, you see, I can move it, I can do anything I want, and it's not going anywhere. It's completely locked in. I'm gonna put it there on about 60 odd, plus minus.
That's pretty handy on approach.
Mhm. One of the issues we have is if you do not disconnect it properly, you can't slow down, and then you go plow the field on the other side of the runway, you know. So this is the last test I need to do tonight, is to see if I can actually get this thing to disconnect and not kill us or kill the plane at least, you know, on the other side of the runway. We'll see. If we end up in the Pacific Ocean, guys, you know what to do. The seats, the float. Make a plan. Help yourself.
FAA
Where are
is
you
joining
flying
the chat.
to?
Just kidding.
Sorry, Dimitri.
Or
How's
just
it going, y'all?
Good
where are you
afternoon.
flying?
Dimitri, you're gonna have to say this at done now.
And I said, where are you flying to?
Into
Skymatix,
LAX.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So last night I was flying the 738 on X-Plane 12, and my LNAV just kept going off. It's never happened like on the X-Plane 11. I don't know if it's a known issue or whatever, but
Negative.
like I was at cruise and it just kept turning off out of nowhere.
Nah, never heard of that. You're the first guy ever mentioning that to me.
Which X-plane was it doing that on?
Valve.
12.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Atlanta Aviator, you working on your pilot's license or something? You got your little Cessna up there.
Yes, sir. I'm doing an RA. I'm doing an RATP program. And
Oh,
I'm
nice.
doing
Yeah.
I'm doing my 4-year degree.
Awesome. Where are you? What stage of training are you in?
So I just started everything pretty much. I know how to fly, obviously, but I know how to do it all. So, hold on, give me a sec.
So you currently have your student pilot's license, or where are you at as far as certification?
He said, give him a second.
Oh, okay.
Dave, I think you've got a plan there, buddy. Get that fishing rod ready.
Yeah, hold us around, yeah.
That's okay.
Right, so even though it says arm, you see I can't move it. Or I can move it, but it's not listening to me. It's completely shut out because the auto throttle lock is on. Okay? The only way I can get it to work is if I disconnect the auto throttle and it goes back to the blue. And the reason it goes back
That's
to
really
blue,
weird.
No, it's a setting. It's the way it's made now. Then what happens is if I bring it back in line and it goes back into FMC speed or whatever other green speed mode, it will lock it up again.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
Yeah, I usually keep all that custom setting stuff turned off.
Oh, this is a new setting Zibo wants us to toy with because apparently he's got something in mind, but he hasn't said what. So we're just checking it as is and then reporting back.
What version are you guys on now? I haven't been flying the Zibo for a while.
RC5.0.
Holy moly!
Yeah, I'm on the second beta of that already.
Very nice.
Hello, Ricky. Ricky, not offhand, buddy, sorry. If I go and sit and think about it, I might remember. But welcome back anyway, if you are back. Thank you. Nice to see you again then.
Are you Zibo?
No, I'm Zibo.
You are Zibo. Okay.
Yeah. Why are you sounding so far off, Hakan? What's wrong with the mic?
I think right.
You're talking through your microphone that's in the other room, it sounds like.
I think it must be corrected right now.
It sounds better, yes.
Yes, it is. Look, I'm connecting via my laptop. My laptop compatible with my phone.
Okay.
Whenever I open this one, it is directly connected to my phone. Because of that reason, sometimes you hear my voice badly.
Gotcha. Yeah, this does not look bad outside now. Flight train.
Oh, it looks amazing. Good job.
Yeah. Ricky, what's his name? Oh, come on, Yeri. Yeri made ground services for it. It is available from his website. Let me go grab the link for you quickly. He did make it. He was talking about including it in the Zibo mod, you know, as standard, but I don't know why he stopped. He just never did it, you know. So anyway, let me see if I can find it for you quickly. There you go. Papa Mike, yes, that is this setting that we are testing now is for the guys with motorized throttle quadrants. I mean, there are some pretty nice motorized throttle quadrants at exorbitant amounts of money available for flight simmers, and I believe this is part of one of the things they requested. Okay, so by doing this, it's supposed to latch onto the motor and then it will follow it. You know, I'm talking very loosely. This is basically what I understood in the background. Okay, yeah, so that's it. That's the whole plan up to the stage that I know of that it was made for.
Yeah, I saw one that was the whole center pedestal with flap lever and all, the whole thing. It was literally almost like a 1-for-1 pedestal.
Yeah.
And this company wanted like, it was like $2,000 for it, but I mean, it was beautiful, lights, everything.
Oh,
like
two grand, Sir Romania, $2,000 is still cheap. You must see some of those things
I know.
when they get into it. Oh no, you're talking like $10,000 and more for one of those things. It's crazy what they can cost.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a guy that was flying the Zibo on YouTube. He had a home-built cockpit. It was a replica. It was I think it was a 700 series. Lights, everything ran on X-Plane 11, and he was flying the Zibo and everything worked. I mean, it was truly a piece of, you know, it was a work of art, man.
We've got two guys that are here on the server with us. Pat is the one, and how can I lose the other guy's name like that? I was thinking about him just now. I'll tell you. Give me a second. I'll find him for you. Damn it. You see, when I don't think about it, it's gonna come back to me now.
Recalling in public, it's tough.
Michael Swannick is the other guy. I mean, he's also got the nice machine, and both of them have got YouTube channels. You know, they share constantly on the groups and stuff, and yeah, no, they've got all these fancy things.
Atlanta Aviator, are you back?
Okay, Dave, cool. Yeah. I've got an acquaintance in South Africa that also, you know, bought into it. He's got a pretty nice thing, and I mean, it's complete iron. That thing weighs a bloody ton, but it works nice.
Oh yeah, man. That's like to talk about the ultimate man cave. Just have a simulator down there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice, Dave. Twixter is busy building himself a home cockpit as well. When he goes into retirement, he said he doesn't want to sit and do nothing at home. You know, so yes, you must see his stuff. Wow.
Yeah, I eventually want to get a simulator built that I can certify as a AATD eventually by the FAA. It's going to be super cost expensive, but I want to do one that I can log instrument approaches on.
Cool.
To keep current.
I love this auto. This is spectacular.
Yeah, you can see every ridge and valley, man. That looks good.
Yeah.
You see that they're raising the cost of X-Plane by $20 for the new update?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
Well, I read the blog post where they announced it, and it makes sense. You know, they need more people.
I agree
they
with
need
it.
more resources. Yeah. You know, if we want a better product, you know, at a faster rate than what they're busy putting it out at, we've got to pay.
No, I agree with it. Trust me, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
See, this is one of those where I don't mind, you know, paying that extra money even if I hadn't bought the game yet.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you think about it, I mean, the cost of this is half the price of what 2020 gives you, and it's far better as far as functionality.
Yeah, I love my X-Plane. Ricky, SkymatixVA.com is where you need to go to. I'll give you a link here in the chat as well. Then you just sign up there.
Yesterday was so much fun. I was flying the Cessna out over just a little bit south of Seattle at SeaTac, and C-130 took off out of Cord Air Force Base, and it was fun talking to him because he was in the South practice area where I was doing all of my aerobatics out there. So it was pretty cool talking to the C-130
nice.
that was buzzing around. Yeah.
Nice.
Big old C-130H model, super old.
Yeah, those things last time. They were still built for purpose.
Oh yeah.
What Cessna are you doing aerobatics in?
So we have one that they that the school modified to do spins and all this extra stuff in. They reinforced the tail and all that.
Okay.
I wish the school would have bought the 150 Aerobat. They had a chance to get a 150 Aerobat, and I was like, dude, get it, please.
That's what I thought you were going to tell me, but
No, yeah, because normally I wouldn't be doing it in a 172, but the two 172s, they both have reinforcements done to get them to be spin approved, and you know you can do a little bit more than what the other Cessnas in the parking lot do. So.
okay, I have to answer the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, I'm just going to go slightly past this Bobby intersection over there, and then we'll activate the FMC again and turn back on course. Don't hang up now, come now.
Yeah, sorry about that. My wife was calling.
No problem.
Oh, no worries. Are you a pilot yourself, I'm guessing?
Well, haven't been flying for quite a while now. I'm getting up there in age, so, but yes, PPL, that's all.
Oh, dude, that's nice. Did you ever get the instrument rating on that, or were you just recreationally flying?
No, just recreation flying.
Gotcha, gotcha. In the U.S. or where?
Oh, Canada.
Oh, nice. Your guys' PPL certificate is fucking 10 times better than ours. Excuse my
That's your
language, but it's true.
Yeah. I never looked at yours, so I don't know. Yeah.
You guys can be compensated, I think, for the entire cost of the flight if you're flying with friends, right? When you're PPL.
Well, yes, it's unwritten,
Yeah.
I guess.
No, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. There's more leniency because, like, I mean, yeah, I mean, you guys have a really good. I mean, your guys' setup is fantastic.
Well, back when I got my license, we did like it wasn't just incipient. We did a full spin, 3 rotations, and they cut all that out. So I feel bad for people who've never been there because it can get you in trouble.
Yeah, no, I spun a 152 on a long commercial cross country at 8,000 feet. I was climbing out and the had a trim issue, and it was slightly pointed up still because I had trimmed it for takeoff, so it's a little bit slight nose up. And when I got up to about 8,000 feet, the trim wouldn't move, so I ended up, kind of pitching forward a little bit, and eventually, I got a little slow. Did a 2 rotation spin, so it wasn't fully developed, but I got out of it just fine. But I think they need to bring back spins at the student pilot level. That needs to, the fact that they got rid of that, and I know they were mentioning that it was killing people, but you know what? Not facing the problem head on and training for it is a surefire way of getting into that situation and having somebody not know what to do.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I remember instructors back when I was getting my license, them telling me stories about having to hit the poor guy next to him to let go of the controls. So
Yeah, they have to. Yep.
Control. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So of course I've never told the school about that story, but yeah, I spun their 152. So solo, that was fun. I was in the left seat. By the way, it was really fun though. I wasn't too freaked out about it because it's something that especially when you break, if you've flown a 172 versus a 152, the stalls are completely more profound in a 152 than a 172. The 172, you really have to have a lot of power in there to stall it. You really do.
Yeah, I learned on Pipers, so it was different but very docile, as well.
Yeah, no, a 152, when you're doing, we had to do a separate checkout in a 152, and boy, there's 2 things in that plane that'll get you. The O235 in that, especially if it's carbureted, that thing will carb ice so quickly. And then 2, the stall brakes are extremely, they're crisp. I mean, when you stall, you stall. There's no okay, I'm gonna drop the wing. No, especially if you're uncoordinated, it'll drop a wing quicker than a 172, especially in a roll.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet here and let Nico get in with his landing here.
Thank you. Ricky, the transfer hours will give you a better rank if you put transfer hours in there, if you can prove that you've got hours from another VA or VATSIM or EBAYE. And the Skymatix long haul, there is a 787 in the Skymatix VA. Just join the normal VA. We haven't really developed the long haul yet, so just join the normal Skymatix VA and you'll have access to everything. And now we can concentrate on landing.
Happy landings, Nico. Good evening.
Dankie. Hello, Erwin.
How's the pressure in the cabin?
Perfect.
Radio altimeter.
And the meters? Zibo
All
meter?
working. Yeah, it's all working.
Nice. Alright,
It's
great.
perfect still.
Remember, it's butter or go around. No, I'm just kidding.
Smart guy, huh? Zibo.
Yeah. My STKP just bombed out on him. Boy.
Oh, and that auto throttle disengage, you're going to test it as well?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Right, so what he said is I have to move my throttles higher than the line. Okay, so in other words, see, we are higher than the line and it's still locked. And then what I need to do is I need to press the auto throttle disconnect button and then it should release. And look, it didn't. See, it didn't. There's no release. There it. You see, now I brought it back, it touched the line and now it is listening to me. You see that? Okay, so I need to release it on the other side, and then I need to sync it again. In other words, bring the little triangle to touch the line, and there you go. Now it's blue, and now I've got control. As long as it keeps control, I'm happy. Oh, problem now is I'm going to stall because I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing. Oh, that is a bummer.
Oh, looking good.
Yeah, no, good save.
You'll
but-
make it. You'll make it.
Yeah, but I wasn't concentrating, damn it. Go down.
Could have been a time issue, eh?
Too
Look,
high.
I was busy
Too
fiddling
high.
with the throttles when I shouldn't have. And it was obviously done for the
Approaching.
test, so
24 left.
tough, Owen, tough. We'll make it.
500. 400. 300. Approaching decision height. 200. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And there's reversals.
Beautiful.
It's working. Okay, so there's a bit of a mind bend you have to go through. You need to disconnect it on the one side of the line, then you need to touch the line to get it to go from white to blue again, and that's how you sync them up. And now you've got all the control in the world. Can you imagine?
Yeah, just test it again. It could have been a time relay.
No. This is what we discussed, Owen. This is exactly
Oh,
what we
is
discussed.
that what he said? Okay.
Yeah. So what
Yeah.
I said to him, Owen, is I would like it to rather disconnect with auto throttle. Once you disconnect auto throttle, this facility needs to go away. You know, because by implication, if you disconnect auto throttle, there should be no automation on the throttle. You understand?
Yeah.
And he agreed. So I presume that that is what he's going to do. Yeah, Dave, like I said earlier, I believe it is for the guys with the motorized throttle quadrants. You know, there's obviously guys with cockpit setups that have got this need. Me personally, I also think I might not use it again. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the old way of doing it, and it is an option in the EFB, so you can literally just exercise the option. But I hear you about this mental gymnastics. Oh my goodness.
Nice landing, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was okay, Nico.
Ja, Owen. Jy's bietjie hard vanaand, hè?
Is that so?
Ja. Genade,
Anybody
broer,
spill their tea in the
genade.
backyard?
Sorry?
Anybody spill their tea in the back?
No, I think they're okay. Well, this was a fun flight.
It's always fun to judge a landing when you have the DP in the right seat and you're like, all right, her clipboard didn't go flying.
Yeah.
How's it now, Nico?
All good. All perfect.
Okay.
I didn't mean your volume. I said your attitude is a bit odd. No mercy, no grace. Jy moet genadig wees.
I pushed my volume down with 20%.
No, you can lift that again. That's perfect. It wasn't the volume I was talking about. Dave. When the other guys leave the aircraft, just wait. I'll organize one of the ramp agents to take you with a buggy down to the beach. Don't worry, we've got you covered, man. Thank you guys for flying with Skymatix this evening. I hope you guys are going to enjoy LA. Whatever you do, if you go to the beach or Disney World or whatever, you know, enjoy.
I'll take a scotch in first class, please.
Tell you what, when you go past the galley, just reach out.
Perfect.
What airport is this?
This is default LAX as far as I know.
Los Angeles?
Yes. I'll go outside just now, you can have a look. I can't recall loading scenery for it, so I'm presuming it's just default.
Damn, it's actually good.
Not too shabby. Yeah, so that's it. That is it.
We are not eating right now. Eat. No, I don't want to eat.
Yeah, that just means my stream is done. I hope you guys will be back tomorrow. HD Simulation, you came just in the nick of time. I'm busy saying goodbye. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Right, so guys, tomorrow morning 800 Zulu, I should be back at my usual slot, and then we'll do something again. I'll fly in Europe again, just make it daylight or something, or South Africa, who knows. HD, I was just checking the new code for the throttles and the pressurization system. That's all. So yeah, anyway.
And he died.
Okay, cheerio guys, stay well.